the last week alone, we've had 2 different people reach out with interest in buying the business, which is fucking crazy.
Cool shit with cool people.
With AI now, there's very few pure play software companies. It's very much service companies that have tools.
It is 6:30 in the morning. We have a couple guys coming over right now. We're gonna do like a 5-mile run and then get a sauna session in. A couple Australian boys actually. I haven't done an outdoor run in months because I don't really like running in the winter, but today's the day.
Hey. Truck to the plane, to the truck to the hotel lobby. Me, I go through underground garages, presidential suite on deposit.
Very stable right now from a personnel perspective. It's like the first time we've been at like a true equilibrium, so quality is really good.
Area code in my phone. What numbers do I still have? Who do I know from the past? Hit one, got a man. Hit another one, it goes green. Must have changed foes on the team.
Let's definitely chat about the Shopify stuff if we should.
Yeah.
How was it?
That was fun. Cool shit with cool people. It's a good way to live your life.
This morning is a really good example of how I use content relationships to drive business. Went for a run, saunaed, met some new friends, and my new homie Aiden runs a brand. He was telling me how he needs help on the website side because they're launching a bunch of new products and have a ton of things going on. So we're having a meeting next week to see how Platter can help him. But it's just like, it's a really simple example of not necessarily having expectations and trying to be helpful and just building relationships with people and figuring out how you have opportunities to collaborate. When you surround yourself with people in this world, everyone needs a developer, everyone needs support on their website, so opportunities just always pop up.
Lay back.
I want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on in the world of Platter. In the last week alone, we've had 2 different people reach out with interest in buying the business, which is fucking crazy. We're not selling the business right now, but it's validating to see that people are taking notice on what we are actually accomplishing right now. And I think there's a huge reason for that, which leads me into talking about like what I'm spending my time on right now, which is that there's a huge craze right now around this concept of agencies being such attractive businesses. Because with all the developments in AI, people have this belief that they can just inject a bunch of AI efficiencies into operationally intensive businesses to increase the margins of those businesses. These people that are reaching out to us have their own internal AI tooling and they're trying to acquire agencies to just like improve the internal ops of them. In that same vein, our big focus right now is building our own internal tools because we're not selling the business today, but we recognize the opportunity to like increase margins and increase output from every single employee.
Did 0 meetings today, which was dope. I've been building a Claude project. We're essentially building an internal tool for all things hiring, onboarding, offboarding for Platter. Because right now it's like so all over the place in terms of finding candidates on Parallel or on LinkedIn or from referrals, and it's the knowledge transfer is a huge struggle right now in terms of who's next on our team that has to do something, whether it's interview this person, administer a technical assessment, what tools do they need to be onboarded to, offboarded to. And so we finally decided to make this initiative where one of my co-founders and I have each taken on like a project internally that we're going to build using Claude to just make bespoke things to make our operations more efficient, because obviously there's a million tools out there, but if you can just make something that only has the exact functionality that you need because of your business is unique from everyone else's, just makes it more effective. And so we can track the pipeline of all the candidates, the roles that we have open within the company, all the candidates that we're talking to, where they came from, and then like an onboarding checklist, an offboarding checklist for new hires and people who leave the organization. But this is step 1 on my Claude Code journey to build a bunch of internal tooling for Platter.
There's literally nothing in it right now. There's just a couple tabs.
But we're getting there.
Here's a taste of my life, spitting sweet.
The pipeline is hot right now. I know it ebbs and flows. I always talk about like this concept of momentum. It comes and goes because when you are in a state of momentum, it's because of all the work you did to get there. And then when it starts to slow down, you have to just like climb that next mountain. I feel like right now we are in it. We have meetings with some of the largest brands we've ever talked to, a lot that are in red lines and proposal stage. So I think in that regard, it's just execution. We have to get these over the line. Our business is in equilibrium for the first time in a while in terms of personnel we have, and things are firing on all cylinders right now. So it's just improving internal processes with tools and continuing to close deals with some of these opportunities we're getting. And then I think a lot of the content stuff that we continue to do is only compounding because more people are hearing about us, more intros are being made, and the business is just continuing to grow because of that. To give you context, if we rewind 3 years ago, We were closing deals with brands that were doing like 6 figures in revenue and selling like 10K contracts. As of today, we are currently negotiating with brands that are doing 8, 9, even 10-figure brand in the pipeline right now. And these deals are ranging anywhere from $50,000 all the way up to north of $200,000. So it's also like hard to fathom the fact that this is our reality, because we just think about like where we came from, but just compounding growth of doing the right things over time and earning a seat at these tables and having the proof points, confidence, and conviction to just execute. The biggest bottleneck right now in our business, to be honest with you, is just keeping up with the pace at which everything around us is evolving from the perspective of technology and the way that brands are doing things. It's a simple saying, but it's like you either adapt or die. And so the business is in a very healthy spot right now and things are going well, but we know that we need to continue to evolve to keep up with where the market is going in order to stay relevant in 6 months, 12 months, and beyond. The main thing for someone in my seat is to be able to just like balance both sides of the coin. On one hand, it's like I'm sitting here all day deep in Claude Code building tools, and then after this I'm going to Zuma and hosting a brand founder dinner with my homies over at Haven to be able to just continue to like curate rooms, meet more people, add value to the ecosystem. So even though the pipeline is great, it's the nurturing that you do months in advance that ends up filling the pipeline when you fast forward a few months. So despite the fact that things are good, like it's an always on initiative, and these activities are so important to continue doing. So the morning is, you know, fitness and wellness focused, long day of just being deep in the weeds because I didn't do meetings, and then finishing the night meeting more brand founders and continuing to just put good out into the world, hoping that it comes back in some form for Platter as we continue to scale the business.
I found that a lot of the buzzness around all the AI stuff, it just made service providers more dangerous because brands still want people to do shit for them. But what's crazy now is like all these people are just excited about buying agencies and agentifying them. I've had multiple inbounds in the last 2 weeks. Massive companies that have their own internal AI infras where they're buying up a bunch of cash flowing agencies and then just trying to inject all their shit into them to pump the margin and the top line and then sell it again, PE or something. It's more just like validating that you're trending in the right direction.
Being able to spend time with really cool people, eat really good food, and not be distracted and bothered by a million people needing a million things, get real work done. I wish that every day could be like this, but I also recognize that that's just like not the reality of being an owner of a business. You have plenty of responsibility and you have things that come up that you can't predict. So for me, it's just appreciating these moments when they happen and looking forward to the next one.
Shower